Welcome, welcome. Prop the mic here. Very special edition. How are you, my friend?
Excellent. Really excited about last night, right? 10-0.
10-0. We didn't think it
awesome.
was possible. It's the night of our dreams here.
Well, the whole goal is to go undefeated, get the sweep every night. But you know what? If we get a winning night, that's what we're going for, really.
Exactly. And it couldn't have gotten any easier. It was like one of these. I don't think there was many even fourth quarter cashes last night. We had like first half and third quarter cashes on most of them.
Yeah, I think Fox was the only one who we were sweating a little bit, but even that was
him.
Over.
He finished with a good amount of time left in the fourth for sure. So
yeah. So that was cool. And then trade deadline has just been wild.
Yeah,
I was trying to. I couldn't get the full count. I'm sure somebody will publish it, but I was trying to figure out what % of the league got traded.
Yeah.
In the last 2 days,
it's pretty wild.
It was well over 50 players, like huge amount of movement. So
it's weird in that, like, normally most trade deadlines, you think this is what's going to happen, and then it never happens. And this year, it's actually like happening. There's all these moves which never actually end up happening. Yeah.
So obviously Durant and Kyrie were the biggest movers. But my favorite was John Wall going back to the Rockets. What a weird
He's even
move.
playing for the Clippers.
I know. They're gonna cut him, and
sure. Yeah.
I don't know who will pick him up, but anyway, that's really cool stuff. It certainly makes tonight a challenge, right? Like,
this is definitely one of those
players
nights
out.
Yeah, not just that, but then just also compounded with the success from last night. And in our gambling careers, you learn over time that, like, you have to kind of stay even keeled, and it's very easy to get high after a good night, and especially in a small slate like this, maybe try to make things come to you that aren't there. You know what I mean? So proceed with caution. There's still some good plays out there, and
definitely.
So,
all right. So we got 4 games. We're going to run through each of them tonight. First game, let's dive into it. We got the Nuggets at the Magic. Magic are at home, getting 6.5. Totals 233. What's standing out for you in terms of matchups?
Matchup wise, this is beautiful because I love when you just have one position on both sides. That is the position to target. So you got Denver on 1-day rest, and point guards are who we can look at to target. Denver is like dominant defensively against most other positions, specifically bigs. Like, bigs are who you want to fade against Denver.
Right.
On the Orlando side, also 1-day rest tonight. Forwards are who you could target against Orlando, and it just so happens that Denver has a forward who used to play for the Magic.
Yeah, baby.
Mr. Aaron Gordon.
That's who I was on.
We love our narratives here on PTM, so that's definitely a play that I felt like you would be on today, and I am on as well. Should I just take it away here?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. I have 2. Couldn't decide exactly which way to go. I'm curious to see where you were leaning. So I liked his assists, 2.5 assists, -145. Murray's questionable. He didn't play the last game. I don't know. What are your feelings on? Do you think he plays tonight or not?
No, I don't think he plays tonight.
Yeah, I don't think he plays. He's still listed as questionable, though. But
no props out for him.
Yeah, I doubt he plays, especially going with the All-Star break coming up, right? I mean, I think they might try to maybe give him a little extra rest or something. I don't know. But anyway, without Murray, he's cleared this line in 5 straight games, and he's averaging 30. Sorry, I'm going on my other one. Without Murray, he's done this in all 6 games this season without Murray in the lineup, averaging 5 assists per game without Murray. He only needs 2.5 tonight.
And it even goes back to last season.
Yes.
9 out of 10 games without Murray. So if Murray doesn't play,
Murray didn't play all last season.
Oh yeah, exactly. I was just looking at the last 10 games. You're right. But yeah, this really is a solid play. What I'll tell you is there's value in this too, depending on which book you're looking at. At DraftKings, this was -145. At FanDuel, it's -165.
Wow.
So it's an expensive play. I mean, four assists is pretty good too. I'll also add his last 3 games against the Magic, he had 3, 3, and 5.
Yeah, that was my next point. Yeah, for sure. So I like that. I also liked his points and assists. So without Murray, he's done it in 5 straight games. The only game he didn't do it was the first game that Murray missed this season. But otherwise, he's done it in 5 straight, averaging 30 points and assists in those 5 games. And even with Murray in the lineup, he's done that in 4 of his last 5, and is averaging 24.5. So clearing it by a solid 4 points and assists.
Yeah.
So I like that. If it's minus 135, you could probably find it in some books for minus 125, I'd imagine. So you were on the straight assist.
I started with rebounds and assists at 9.5. I thought that was good value. Because he's cleared that in
we've played.
I think he had 13
before.
against Orlando, but this is also, I think, only his second game playing in Orlando since he was traded.
Second or first? Yeah, I looked quickly.
No, he played one. He played one maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. He played one last year, and that was it. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. And then, so we're on the same play on the Nugget side. Who do you like on the Magic side?
I didn't go with anyone. I mean, the position to target is point guard, so that's Cole Anthony. Fultz is actually categorized as a combo guard, but he plays a lot at point as well, so I think he fits in there as well. But I don't. Denver's really good defensively, and I just feel like without Murray, they maybe they're better. Just who gets the start if Murray's not playing? Is it Bones?
No, Bones got traded today.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So he's not even on. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of weirdness here. You don't know who's going to play.
I'm staying away. I'm going with Gordon. It's a great matchup. The Denver point guard matchup is not nearly as good as the forward against Orlando. So
yeah, I like Gordon too. That was my best play here. I think our Orlando Fultz is a good play. 14.5 points. He's done this in 4 of his last 4 games. So he's really like coming into form. Mm-hmm. I mean, keep in mind, this was was he the number 1 overall
pick? 1 overall pick.
Right? Like this is
taken ahead of Jason Tatum.
Right? So he's a legit player.
Yeah.
He just hasn't played. So he's like getting into form. In his last 5 games, he's averaging 16.4 points, so clearing that line by a lot. And he did play Denver earlier this season and scored 20 points.
I saw
that.
Yeah.
There's lots of reasons to play Fultz. This is a 233-point game, right? So somebody's going to score. So I like Fultz to get 15 points.
All right, I like that. Right. I like that. Yep.
All right, next game we got the Suns at the Hawks. Suns got quite a lineup. They were just getting rid of everybody before today's game. Hawks are -7 in the game at home, and the total is 228.5. What do you like here?
So matchup wise, against Phoenix, combo guards are really the only position of any note to target. So that would be DeJounte Murray if you were to go there. I don't love it because of so much. You can't read much into Phoenix's DVP matchups because the guy's going to be out there playing tonight. No Bridges, no Cam Johnson. So I think,
but think about the absence of Bridges only makes this game better for the Hawks, right?
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, Bridges is a beast.
He is.
As a little tangent, I don't love offensively what the Nets have going on, but defensively, they got some
they're just sacked with these giant wings defenders. Like they're unbelievable. Yeah,
exactly. All right. And
then on the Atlanta side, bigs, it's one of the best matchups. If not I actually have it here. Atlanta is the number after San Antonio and Pacers. Atlanta's the 3rd best big matchup. So that's DeAndre Ayton, and that's who I went with. 31.5 PR, -130. Don't have a ton. I'm playing the matchup here. And I like in his last 2 games, he had 31 points and 16 rebounds and 35 points and 15 rebounds.
Those are his last 2 games played, right?
Games, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to get a lot of minutes tonight.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
All right, so I had 2 plays, both on the Hawks side. The first was DeAndre Hunter, who is potentially going to be traded, but he's still on the team, along with John Collins, who has been, subject to trade talks for like five years.
Yeah.
But Hunter, I just like this steal. One steal, minus 125. He's done this in 6 straight games. And over the last 5 games, he's averaging 32 minutes a game. When they played the Suns last time, which wasn't that long ago, I think it was on February 1st, he had a steal in that game. And the Suns are 18th in the league in terms of steals allowed. So obviously with Chris Paul back, they're in better shape handling the ball, but I like the usage for Hunter, and I think this is going to be a sloppy game with a lot of new players in.
I can see the sloppiness for sure. Yeah.
And then I also going to the guy that you said earlier, like DeJounte Murray for rebounds and assists,
Nice.
over 11 and a half, minus 115. He's done this in 6 straight games. And in the game against Phoenix with a much more stout lineup, just a week ago, he had 14.
Yeah, I love it. It was right after Ayton. That was my next play.
Yep.
I didn't end up going with it, but I'm glad you did. So yeah,
cool. All right, now we got the TNT first of the 2 TNT games. We got the Bulls at the Nets. Nets are minus 1.5, 227.5. This is a weird game. I don't even. Who knows what?
Are props out on DeRozan, or he's questionable?
He was questionable.
Yeah.
Levine was subject of a lot of trade rumors today. I was really hoping he was going to go to the Knicks. But
DeRozan or Levine?
Levine. They were talking about getting rid of Levine. DeRozan's not going anywhere
after they just signed that massive contract.
My favorite play of the day is in this game, but you go ahead and.
All right, matchup-wise, very simple here. Wings on both sides are the positions to target. Other than that, you can't read a lot into Brooklyn because the lineup is completely different than it has been the rest of the season. So take that what you will. But the wing, the primary wing for the Chicago Bulls is Zach LaVine. So he would be the guy that I would be on in this game if I had a pick. And then. Same thing on Brooklyn side. It's wings. So that's Cam Thomas, Royce O'Neal, Seth Curry. I have a feeling you got a Cam Thomas play maybe.
I mean, I think he's worth just throwing. They didn't even offer 40 points. They only offered 35 points at like plus 500 or something like that. I think it's worth. Has the guy ever
gone from like a 13.5 point line to a 26.5 point line as quickly as this guy?
No. Although they said I think the only player to do it 3 games in a row is he a rookie?
No, second year
or something in his first year.
He's a UNC guy, right? Didn't he go to UNC?
No, I don't think so.
No? Oh.
But was the only other player to do it, I guess maybe under a certain age, like under 21, was Iverson.
Really?
So they're comparing him to Iverson. They're saying he's going to break LeBron's record in 10 years. All this nonsense. Let's see what this guy can do. But he seems good. I like him. He's got good shot selection so far, even though he's scoring 40 points. But
it's been fun to watch.
That's not my play. Do you have any official plays in this game?
No, I'm staying off this game.
Okay. I think it's worth just noting Vus. Again, 9 of 10 on 3.5 assists, but the juice is way too high at this point. It's up to minus 165.
I don't like him with Claxton on him either. I don't
know. So I laid off of that. I do think Claxton is a good play just because that's the one constant. I wouldn't play his points because I don't even know who's passing him the ball. But in terms of rebounds, at 10.5 rebounds, it's minus 135. He's done that 8 of his last 10 and 12 in his last 5. So I think Claxton is a good play just for rebounds because that's the one part of the game that's not really going to change.
Yep, I'm totally on board with that. I like that a lot.
But my favorite play of the game, steals. Pat Williams, 1 steal.
Okay.
Minus 130. He's done this in 9 of his last 10 games. When the last time they played Brooklyn, which was just like a week ago, he had a steal in that game, and then He had 2 steals in that game, and when they played in November, he had a steal in that game. He's averaging 29 minutes of late, so he's getting good usage. But the most important stat, the average number of steals allowed by a team in the league is around 7. The Nets are, in the last 3 games since Kyrie's left, are the 3rd worst team in the league, giving up over 10 steals a game.
Wow.
In the last game against the Suns, Chris Paul alone had 5 steals against the Nets. So you got a guy, young athletic guy like Pat Williams, who's hitting this at 90%, and they're giving it to us at minus 125, minus 130, against a team that's just somewhat, dysfunctional right now as they get their footing. I love it. That's my favorite play of the day. It's
all right.
Pat Williams, 1 steal.
All right, you're going with the steal. Eric Gordon came through for you last night, so
I know. Yeah, I got to lay off Eric Gordon because now he's a Clipper, so who knows what he's going to do.
Yeah.
All right, and then our last game, we got the Bucks at the Lakers. This line just keeps climbing. It started at minus 4 or 5 for the Bucks, and now it's up to, I think, minus 8. Total is 240. That may have come down now. LeBron, I think, just was ruled out of this game. Pat Bev got shipped out of town. Who else? The big guy, Thomas Bryant, is gone. So the Lakers probably have like 7 guys that can play tonight.
I kind of like this Mo Bamba trade that they made. I like to see Mo Bamba with some more playing time and playing with LeBron. I think that could be it could be good.
It's funny that the Lakers before all these trades were plus 5,000 to win the championship.
Yeah.
You would think they significantly upgraded. They really improved their team with these moves. Mm-hmm. They're plus 6,000 now.
Worse
because they're worse because Durant came over. The West just got more
Kyrie.
stacked. Kyrie. So, all right. I like my play in this game too. What do you like here?
Okay, so real quick, matchup wise, Milwaukee on 2 days rest. So you can look into that a little bit. Point guards are the way to go against Milwaukee, which is a little surprising because you'd think Drew Holiday is such a good reputation, but that is the one position you could target them a bit. I would actually love this. D'Angelo Russell's not playing tonight, right?
Let me double check. He was listed as questionable. I can't imagine he's going to play.
I don't think so. I would love it if he was. His first game back as a Laker, team that drafted him, gave up on him, shipped him off to Brooklyn. I would love that, but I doubt it's going to happen tonight.
He's listed as a game time decision, but he's not projected to start. Certainly not. Schroeder is a starting point guard. Is that
if he does play and live lines come out on him, I would jump on them immediately because I think he's been so hot, and now he's back in LA with the Lakers. I think in the best matchup against the Bucks, I think it's
and he didn't have like a good first go around with the Lakers, right?
No, he got like teammate. I forget the whole story, but there was issues with him doing something like ratting out a teammate or something. I forget the whole story. It wasn't.
Yeah. So hopefully this
Nick Young maybe, or I remember there's some story, whatever.
Some nonsense.
And then on the Lakers side, also the lineups in flux. So don't read into this too much, but combo guards and wings have been the positions to target. So where does that leave me? I think I don't love that LeBron's not going to play for this play, but I was on Giannis just over 33.5 points, minus 140. He's done it his last 4 of 5 on 2 days rest, and he's done it in 3 straight games against the Lakers, and he's averaging just under 44 points in those 3 games against the Lakers.
The last game they played in December, I think it was, Giannis had 40 and AD had 44. So I would even throw that in there just for a
40-40.
Yeah, 40 for both of them. I mean, no LeBron and no Westbrook. Like AD's gonna have to shoot the ball like every time tonight. So
I'm looking up to see what that is. I'm ready for yours though.
All right, I really love this play. I like Drew Holiday over 6.5 assists. It was minus 130 when I looked at it earlier. It might be going up. But let's see, 6 out of 10. But he had 9 against the Lakers when they played back in December 2nd. But listen to this. This is an awesome cut. He's 73% hitting this on the road and 43% hitting this line at home.
Wow.
So, that may also be that they're playing more competitive games on the road, and they blow out teams more at home. But the biggest factor, guy was born in LA.
Yeah, he's an LA guy. He went to UCLA.
He went to UCLA.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the 2 games that he's played against the Lakers and the Clippers this year, which the 2 LA teams. He had 9 assists and 8 assists. If you go back to last year as well, 8 assists against the Lakers, 10 assists against the Lakers.
You're just looking at the games in LA, or
all the games.
Okay,
10 assists against the Lakers when playing in LA, and 13 assists against the Clippers when playing in LA.
Wow!
So the last 5 games against LA teams, he's crushed. The 2 that have been in LA were 10 and 13. So he's going to have probably some family there, and I think it'll be a good game. For Drew. So I was 6.5 assists.
6.5 assists. Yeah, I also was looking at his RA line, which I think was 11.5 or 12.5. So I was on this as well. The combo guards against the Lakers. That's a good matchup here. So I was digging into that a bit. Also love the Drew playing in LA narrative. So
yeah, I mean his points line was good too, 19.5. That game in December he had 28, 6, and 9. So he had a dominant game. The only caution here is just a blowout, right? It's possible that this game may not be competitive, but hopefully it's the third quarter cash for Drew, and that's it.
Yeah, getting back to Giannis AD, 35-35 is plus 440, and 40-40 is plus 1770.
Oh, that's worth a little something. Yeah. I mean, it just happened, right? And LeBron played in that game. Yep. Now LeBron's out. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
Let's see if we can recreate the magic. Hope all you new subscribers and followers enjoyed the pod today, and we'll be back tomorrow with a nice big slate.
Yeah, exactly. Play cautiously today, just because of all the uncertainty, but we'll get our favorite ones up on Twitter shortly, and enjoy the games tonight.
All right. Nice work.